that. The issue is they also simultaneously took out the power brick, so they did one interesting thing. The only thing is that interesting thing isn't a good thing. So
Bruh,
now people are going to focus on the only thing they can focus on, and guess what that only thing is? The fact that it doesn't have a power brick in the
it
box.
was so
So now
stupid,
they're just going
man.
to get publicly humiliated. And honestly, I don't think anyone realize, like, barely anyone even realizes there's a new iPhone out, you know? They're gonna see the
Bruh.
ads and go, was the 11 the one that came out last year? I don't remember anymore. They all look the same.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
they no one's gonna be tell like no one's gonna tell from a glance that, oh hey, that has the new boxy edges with the glass that goes up to them. Like no one's gonna be able to tell that unless they cared or watch the one Jax Films video, which I must admit was pretty funny.
Bro, it's so
Yes,
stupid. It's so stupid. I can admit that the first time that the iPhones were selling, I can admit it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool
yeah,
at
it
the time.
was.
But right now it's kind of
I
pathetic
feel like
for that.
everything failed after Steve Jobs died because Steve Jobs, man, like he saw the Android companies making large screens. He's like, no, we're gonna stick to Apple, and then you know he died, and then Tim Cook's like, nope, we must copy everyone else and then act like we invented it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Like
the fucked
honestly,
up
I think
part.
Apple would be doing better now if Steve was still like making smaller phones, making phones that appeal to their own market,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just
yeah.
copycats of Android that run iOS and are like, we invented this, even though it's been on Android phones for 5 years. Like when iOS 14 came out and everyone was messing with widgets and Android users are just like, bro, I had that since I was born. Um
Yeah, yeah. They had like awesome widgets. I can tell that, and also you can download launchers. With the iPhone, you
yeah,
have to jailbreak them. You have to
I
jailbreak
know
them
I
in
can
order
do
to get that
literally everything
features.
to this. I see a game that costs money. Workarounds exist.
Bruh.
God, yeah. APK Pure, man. You can pretty much download any game to your phone with that thing. Ooh,
Yeah.
also, if you haven't downloaded already, Lucky Patcher. If a game is like compatible with Lucky Patcher, it'll delete the game and then reinstall it, but it'll be glitched in such a way that you can make any in-app purchase for free.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know that too.
Good time. I've had some good times messing with games with
Yeah, that
that.
was
It's like,
true. That's a
I
good
wonder what it'd
time.
be like if I had $14 million in this game.
Bruh. Yeah, that was the good old times. Right now, well, you can still do it and root your phone, but it's like more riskier.
Yeah. I mean, I remember last year I was bored in the gym one day, and like, the teachers would like, okay, we did our PE test already. You guys just do whatever you want. So I installed like an iOS 13 launcher, shoved it on my phone, and was like joking around like, "Yo, I got the new iPhone." I had one of those wallpapers that hides the hole punch,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it just looked like this notchless iPhone. And somehow my S10 looked better than a modern iPhone. I mean, it already does, but while looking like an iPhone, it
Yeah, yeah,
managed to
yeah.
look better than the iPhone.
Bruh.
It's like they could have at least done something about the notch, but they didn't. They didn't even make it smaller. It's like, oh, we made the bezel smaller by like 2 millimeters. No one's gonna notice that.
Yeah, yeah. It was
It's
like,
like no one's gonna go up to your
what's important
iPhone.
about that?
Like I have tiny bezels on this, but the thing is, even my phone has smaller bezels than the new iPhone. Like they took one step closer to a 3-year-old phone, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Great
they
job.
make it
Like
more
the thing is,
fragile.
Apple's biggest flaw was when they released the iPhone 10 with the new design. It already looked dated. And what they screwed over with was they didn't update the design, you
Yeah,
know? They
that's kind of
had the
fucked up.
iPhone 10 design, and then, slowly Android phones got more and more sophisticated. Cameras that pop up, cameras in the screen, folding phones. And you go back and look at the iPhones, it's like, oh, there's a cheap one now. There's been cheap Android phones forever, but
Yeah,
there's
that,
a cheap iPhone now. And
bruh.
it's like, I was an Apple person at one point. I really was. What turned me away from Apple was the iPhone 10. I got hyped up for this thing with, I got hyped up for a phone with under-screen cameras and all the latest tech, and then they release it, and it's like, oh, there's a big bezel, I've seen these videos about Android phones these days. That S10 looks pretty hot. I must actually know it. No, the S9 was out. I liked the S9 better than the iPhone 10.
Yeah.
Even the S9 with its not, proper notches looked better than that. That phone was clean. I had it in gold. It looked so good. They did like a
The
limited
thing
run of
is,
matte gold.
I literally convinced my dad to like
the
stop buying iPhone because like he was like interested in solar iPhone like no, don't waste your money, like why?
the thing is,
I mean,
But
yeah,
the
in some
the
cases
S9 was
now,
older than the iPhone 10, and it's still
yeah, it
better than
was.
iPhone
It
10.
it still looks better than the iPhone 10.
yeah.
Dude, the S9,
Exactly.
I had a gold S9 for a little while. It's a long story as to why I got rid of that phone. But it had the matte finish they have on the new series of phones, like the S20 Ultra, the Note 20 Ultras.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a
It
good one.
looked clean, like it was matte gold on the back. It
No,
wasn't like
I got
rose
the
gold.
headphones, like the earpods, like the earbuds
Oh,
live in matte
AKBs?
bronze, no, in mystic bronze, and they look sick, man. They look super clean.
Oh, wait, is it the beans?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He's got the beans,
I got the
bro.
beans. I
So
got the beans.
when I bought my S10, I bought it on pre-order. So I have first gen Galaxy Buds, and they are amazing. They
Yeah,
sound. I'm sorry to admit, but the Galaxy Buds do sound a little better than the Beans. They don't sound as good as the Bud Pluses, but they sound better than AirPod Pros, and they cost half as much.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got the
You can pick
beans
up
because of like when you do
the
exercise,
Beans.
like yeah, yeah. I got the beans because like the buds, like you can do movement and they will fall off so easily, and so
Well,
like
they
I
have
was,
winglets though. I have
huh?
like some winglets come out.
Well, I don't know, but it's like
I don't know. They both have. Oh, switch to Bluetooth. It did. Didn't it? Oops.
no, what I meant like
Mistake.
they were like if I would do like if I would run since like I do something or something that to do with like exercise or sport, they would fall off, and I'm like no, no, thank you. When I'm like I'm running to get to the bus when I'm in Mexico or something like that in the future, I'm not sure, and one of them falls off and like and the bus is already leaving, so no, no, thank you. I prefer the earbuds that even though that little rubber thing that hurts a little bit, I prefer that to be them secure than to
Yeah,
lose an
I do
earbud.
as well. The Galaxy Buds have three. While the smaller ones were a little more comfortable in my ears, they just I felt like a lack of security with them, and
Yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
you lose a lot of noise deadening. I also have an old Gear S3. It was a hand-me-down from my uncle.
And not what?
He's an interesting, um, in a long story way. He's like that weird, who just buys a lot of things
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then doesn't know what to do with said things. It's lasted me time, and it's a gear series, so the thing's rugged as all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wore that, I've worn it like 4 years straight.
Dang.
It's a ding, and I recently moved my entire music library to Samsung Music.
Oh yeah, I
Let's
heard
just
that
say I
too.
download, I used a website to download YouTube videos as MP3
Yeah,
files.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So now I have a full music library. No, the thing is, it looks like I used another site to then give all of my music, like um band names and photos. So it looks like it's some genuine thing, even though it's totally sketch and jank the way I did it. And it downloaded the entire playlist to my watch. So now I watch and my buds alone to see
Yeah,
any song.
yeah. Well,
It's great.
I can tell you that. Anything, almost any product that's going out lately, like from Android, like earbuds, like are better than iPhone. I can assume that just because of this, like more. Let's just say that Apple's more premium, quote unquote premium.
It's really just a lie that kind of
And
got
more
built up over
expensive.
the
That
last
doesn't
10
matter.
years.
Yeah,
That Apple just magically is,
yeah. It's like
because
you.
it is Apple. They got that brand recognition. The thing is, Apple is like, Samsung, it's not been chiseling away Apple's brand recognitions, but it's been gaining its own.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Samsung has been the largest phone manufacturer for a while now. They got overtaken by Huawei for a little hot second there, but then Huawei kind of collapsed.
Yeah.
U.S. government and all that.
Yeah. I heard them. Something like that
But
was
yeah,
so
after that,
stupid.
I mean, Samsung is dominating.
It's dominated
They've
his
moved in.
competition.
I mean, what they created a whole new lineup for the Indian market. They release
Yeah.
like phones a year, although I usually only hear about two or three of them, or two or three sets of them, like the A's and the S's and the.
Yeah. I get you.
But like,
The one
depending on where
thing,
you live, you get like there's the U series. I think there's an X. There's a bunch of it's all regional. There's phones that Samsung makes that you may never hear about
Oh yeah, that's true.
just because they release them differently depending on where you live.
But yeah, and it's like
I don't get it.
what?
I don't get four cameras, right? But only
Bro, I
two
like how
work.
they're still going on and off topic. Note 10
Bro.
Plus, iPhone 11 for me, S20 Ultra, Note 10 Plus. Oh, wait, no, it's two different people. Why do so many people have Note 10 Pluses?
Yeah, because
A 2-year-old Huawei Honor 6X. Didn't need to specify that it's 2 years old, but okay.
no, because if it has the
Well,
pencil, I would buy that phone for it as well. But just for the pencil, just for the
bro,
pencil, I would buy it.
my parents owned a Samsung Galaxy Note 5s for 5 years. And those things had wireless charging back
Oh
in
yeah,
2015.
by the time to be a guy.
So yeah, they had a wireless charging phone with a stylus, 1440p screen, 16 megapixel camera.
Like that was the
5 years, 6 years
time.
ago now.
like
And then they finally switched when the S10s came out.
like literally iPhone
Kind of
was
needed
the
those graphics.
competition to Samsung. But ever since ever since Steve Jobs died, yeah, no more.
They've become their own sort of subsidiary, which still does well and people think does the best. But really, you look at the numbers, and that's kind of just a USA centric thing.
Yeah.
Most of the rest of the world, Apple doesn't do as well. They only have a few markets. Like India recently came out of nowhere because all of the brands, which are most of the brands, well, got a bad, the India just in general is began to despise China for all the things China's done. Who would have guessed?
Hmm.
Relatively bad country with its current communist leadership. And now everyone in India despises, those Chinese products. And guess what? Samsung isn't Chinese, they're South Korean. So they've just,
Yeah,
gobbled up that market. They're slowly inching the Chinese market. They're fine in the American market and still growing there.
yep,
Like they're gonna be making millions. I mean, what? They help produce they help produce the NVIDIA chips. That's what all the RTX 30 series are built off of. They're built off Samsung 7 nanometers. Like they're making it every build. So the thing is, Samsung has as well going on for them. Even they're planning on making CPUs. So instead of using Snapdragon, they're gonna move over
hell,
their
fuck with it.
whatever.
We're gonna make a computer chip that will work on your phone. And it's like, holy shit.
Uh, Pretty much because what's the chip they have for the European market? Exynos.
Yeah,
They
Exynos.
teamed up with AMD
What?
to make an Exynos chip.
Oh shit.
So they're gonna have AMD powered Exynos chips.
You
So like
wanna
PC graphics possibly coming to your phone
you want
through
a
that.
laptop for your pocket? Try this phone. Hell yeah.
I mean, what they struck a trade deal with Cadillac through the AKG brand.
Oh yeah, that's a good brand. I can tell you that. That's a good. I have the headphones and like the cable
Yeah,
one, and they're really
honestly,
sound
for
good.
free headphones that come with your phone,
That's a
those
good
AKG
price. That's a
wire
good trade.
headphones. Well, no. The thing is, AKG isn't its own brand. AKG is Samsung. Samsung bought them out,
Oh yeah, that's true. But
so now they really are a Samsung brand. I mean, in a way, they just force them to tune all of the speakers, which is probably why my calls audio still manages to sound good, even though on Discord. I mean, they're good phone, good device.
Yeah.
Some people may say, "Oh, OnePlus is cheaper." Yes, it is, but you'll still lose. It's like, oh, the features you lose in a OnePlus are only small. They might be small alone, but they add up. You're losing performance. Like
Well,
having
for the
wireless
OnePlus, for
charging.
the budget it gives, well, it's gonna be good.
It is pretty good.
It is pretty good for the
But
budget.
the issue is Samsung S20 exists now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, Google's like, yeah, we got the new Pixel 4. Look at this price. It's like, yes, but here's the S20 Lite, which still has the same processor. Both the Pixels and the S20 Lite have a plastic pack. The Samsung has Pixel
Well, it is kind of
ultra
expensive
wide and the
though.
zoom of the Samsung.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're getting a Samsung display, which you can't beat. Samsung is the king of the OLED market.
Yep, yep.
I wouldn't upgrade my S10 to a Note 20, an S20 Lite. Um, I don't find it's worth it. Like, I feel like days
I
my
would send my
S20 is
S10
still
Plus for the
quick.
no. Just fuck it. I would do it.
Yeah, I do like the pen, I must
Yeah,
admit,
and
but I don't know. I'm chill with this for the time being. The
yeah.
notes are just a little too large for me. I don't know. I got
Oh
big
yeah,
hands, but even then, I still
that
find
reminds me
6 point.
about a big phone. That reminds me of a Huawei with Honor. Like I had a 7-inch phone
Ugh.
tablet, phone tablet,
Isn't that just a tablet at this point?
tablet phone. It still works like a phone. They're like, damn, you took that brick out of the building, this building. They're like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, what the fuck? That's so
Honestly,
funny.
if the only time I think I'd buy a new phone is either a fold light comes out with good tech for a low price, or under screen cameras.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Because the hole punch isn't bad, but just having it gone completely would be nice.
I heard that the S20. I don't know what year. Like, no, I don't know what model it was. But in 2025, Samsung will come with a phone that is zero buttons, zero like holes or anything. The camera will be inside the screen. And
But I feel like
about
didn't the company already do
oh yeah, yeah,
it?
yeah, they did come with the camera. But with this phone, it won't have any bezels. It won't have any. It will just be like a full screen. Even the cameras will be behind the the screen,
Wait,
front and rear.
wait. I gotta pause you right now. I just came across this. Amazon Prime on their Prime Day deal was giving Acer motherboards, ROG Strix X570 motherboards, down from $300 to $969.
Are you serious right
They
now?
were selling them at $10.
Are you serious?
A
Oh my god!
97% discount. Dude, that's gotta be
Might as well give it free then. Dude. Jesus Christ!
can't understand.
It's a celebration.
How
Let's
did they
party,
let
man.
this happen?
Yeah.
Amazon's, according to the comments, they say Amazon's probably gonna be like, yo, it was a mistake. Here's a $10 gift card because that's what he spent on it.
Oh god damn it!
It would be crazy if they actually followed through with, like, giving people full-on computer motherboards for $9.
It's too good to be true. Well, yeah. I'll say fuck it.
Uh,
Let's just buy it and then never mind. Alright, bro. Euro Truck Simulation and AT's body
but
game.
yeah, I like how Samsung pull out. Um, they pulled out that deal with Windows.
Windows?
So now I can just press a button and move photos from my phone to my computer in an app without even needing to like press some stupid array of buttons.
What app is that?
It's like the Windows Link. I think they called it.
It's Microsoft Link, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have that too. I think. Yeah, Microsoft Link.
But
Link.
yeah, they managed to strike trade deals with everyone over the past couple of years.
Yeah, yeah. It's called your phone companion. That's a Microsoft. Even they
Yeah, something like
and
that.
since they partnered up with Microsoft, Samsung can like pair. You can pair an Xbox controller. Like you can play with
Oh
it.
yeah, you've been able to do that for a while. It's like I'll just find games, you know. Oh yeah, this is pretty good with a controller. Turn on my controller, pair it,
Well, yeah, but
proceeds to
before
work.
Well, yeah, but before that, like it was a little bit complicated with the like the PlayStation 4 control and all that stuff. Now you get the access by Samsung itself. And they're like, yeah, so that's why.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed that I can't get the good camera array in a budget phone. Like I'd love one that, kind of the lower price, you drop a few features, but get that good camera array.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
I'm a photographer at heart. Like I'd love to be able to use something like 100 times space zoom without spending $1,300,
Oh
which I
wait,
must admit is
you do photos on that? Like,
like I can understand, smaller model 900, larger model 1,000, but like I mean I understand the place for the ultra model, but really the ultra model should just be the plus model. I really liked what Samsung had going on with the S10 Plus were crap, you know?
yeah.
One had an extra front-facing screen and all that because it's a bigger phone, but it was nice just to have the choice of either a big or a small phone and not lose features when you go for the small one.
Well, that's true. Anyways, like, but yeah, Samsung has been on its game. It's been top of the mind. I don't know what company could be like a good rival like it used to be because we can't. We're not counting off one for that. I can't count on iPhone for that. You make it like a rival and all that stuff. So